Hi there, my name is Dorothy Page, and today I'm doing a Pecha Kucha on cryptozoology. That's going to be 20 slides, 20 seconds each. I hope you get something great out of this. It's a great subject that I've loved ever since I was just a little kid. Now, some of you might be wondering, what is cryptozoology? Well, it comes from the Latin words crypto, which mean hidden, and zoology, which is the study of animals. So it's the study of hidden animals. And these are animals that are not in the fossil record, they're not in the zoological catalog, or they're existing outside of a time period they shouldn't be, or in places they shouldn't be. Now, what makes something a cryptid is reported sightings under the criteria that I just listed. And so if there are sightings of this animal where it's not supposed to be, that's called a distribution anomaly. And a good example of that is back in the 1970s, there was a huge craze for big cats. And there are sightings in the UK of big cats. So there's this theory that because of the big cat craze, people ended up turning loose their cats, whether they got too big to take care of or if they ran away, and then breeding populations started springing up. Now, another category is animals of unusual size, oversized variations. This usually happens in remote areas like jungles over in Africa or along the Amazon over in Brazil. And an example of a found cryptid of a giant size are giant squids. Now, for centuries, sailors talked about these giant squids that were able to take boats down into the depths of the water. And it wasn't until like the last few decades that we actually had proof they existed. Now, there's also a category of recently extinct species. And a good example of that is the thylacine, also known as the Tasmanian tiger. It was believed to go extinct in the 30s. But to this day, there are sightings. And another good example is the Pinocchio lizard. Again, back in the 30s, and the last known Pinocchio lizard was in the 1950s. But in 2005, some bird watchers were able to take some photographs and document that it does still exist today. Now, another category are species from the fossil record that shouldn't exist. They should be extinct. And over in the Congo, there's been sightings of the Mokele membe, which has the body about the size of a hippo and a long neck and small head at the top, kind of like a sauropod or brontosaurus. Now, the coelacanth was thought to be extinct for millions of years. It was in the fossil record, but it wasn't until about the 1930s that scientists discovered a coelacanth on the east coast of Africa. Then we have species that are not recorded, but they are related to a known species. An example is the Andean wolf. Over in the Andes, there's rumored to be this wolf that's described very differently than normal wolves. It has like a much thinner muzzle. And we can see by the gilled deer that these type of cryptids possibly do exist. The gilled deer was thought to be able to breathe underwater, but it turns out after they were discovered and examined, they have flaps by their nose. And they flap when they breathe, so they look kind of like gills. Now, we have animals not recorded in the fossil record or the zoological catalog, and so they're not believed to be related to any known species. An example would be like sea monsters or Bigfoot. And a platypus is a good example of a found cryptid like that. What species does it belong to? It's a mammal, but it lays eggs and it has a bill. So we can look at our what we have discovered and see, these animals sound a little crazy, but they just might be possible. Then we have mythical animals like the dragon, the unicorn, the griffin. And the griffin is another animal mashup. It has wings like an eagle, a head of an eagle, and it has the body of a lion. And just like the platypus, we find other animals that look to be a combination of different animals, like the okapi. For a long time, natives talked about an animal that was half zebra and half giraffe. And scientists thought, these people are crazy. That can't exist. They can't breed together. But they found the okapi. And this other category is about paranormal and supernatural animals, which is, I believe, a reason why the scientific community has a hard time accepting cryptozoology, because these types of animals, they seem impossible. So, but if there are reported sightings, if there are numerous sightings of an animal and people are seeing something, that doesn't necessarily mean they're seeing what they think they're seeing. So the scientific method needs to be applied to give an explanation to what people are seeing out there. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're interested in more information on cryptozoology, I highly recommend reading books from Lauren Cohen and Roy Mackal. But thanks for watching. Have a great day.